If you're a realtor, chances are you have days that do not go according to plan at all. Actually, probably most of your days don't go according to plan at all. Part of being a successful realtor and systemizing and scaling your business is planning for the unexpected. And how do we even do this? Well, let's go ahead and jump in, guys. What's up, guys? Lewi here. How's it going? Today we're going to jump into 7 things that you can help to plan for the unexpected. Again, this is something that, in a perfect day, everything would go according to plan. We'd be talking with clients, we'd be showing homes, we'd be closing deals, we'd be lead generating, and it would all be a nice flowy day. But most of the time, we live in a reactive industry when people need us all the time, deals blow up, things don't go according to plan. So how do we keep space and how do we keep our mindset open to things like that happening, being able to deal with it on the spot and then getting back to the deep work that we have been doing? So let's dive in, guys. Number 1, focus on what you can control. So you've heard me say before, control the controllables. This is the only thing that you can do, really, because the unexpected you can't control. You can't control other people. You can't control outside things that happen in your business. You can only control what you do. So for me, 2 of the big things that I think you can do to control is 1, follow up, which no one likes to do. Now, follow up can mean following up with leads, following up with clients who are active right now, following up with deal flow, and post-closing follow-up, which is the biggest one if you're looking to build a long-term real estate business that's based off of referrals. Now, I'm going to be bringing Jeremy Kane onto the channel in the next few weeks here to talk about his exact process with post-client follow-up, so make sure you look out for that one. And the other one here, guys, is professionalism. Being professional is what you can control. You can't react emotionally when someone comes at you. You have to be disciplined in what you're doing every day. This is a professional industry that we're in. And I know we're all on Instagram, we're all, here and there and everywhere, driving cars and, slow motion videos, and, we all like to have a good time with it. But this is a professional industry where our clients are spending an insane amount of money on houses. And we need to be there to make sure that we are the person they can count on all the way through the transaction as a professional advocate to them. So control the way that you act, the way that you communicate, the way that you follow up. That is the biggest one you can do. Okay, number 2 is building buffers into your day. Now, what do I mean by that? A lot of us like to schedule out our day in calendar blocks. You've heard me talk about this before, but again, if something happens, these blocks start to change, or you have to shift them out to another day, and all of a sudden your productivity flow for the day has gone away because you're reacting. So building out buffers between tasks is a huge part of it. So I like to build 15-minute buffers between big blocks of work so that you can jump into your email, check what's going on, reply to anything, make a phone call, put out any fires that need to be put out. Then you can get back to your next task. So I like to build out these little buffers in between blocks. So maybe I've got a 1-hour block for, follow-up, and then I'll put a 15-minute task to reply to anything that's going on. Then I'll do another hour block, maybe it's for lead generation. Then you put a 15-minute block to make sure you can react and go through things again. And this is how you do it. So instead of, trying to do follow-up or trying to do lead generation, but you're reacting to things coming in at the same time, your mind just can't work like that. So you have to be focused on one thing, leave a buffer to react to the things that are going on, and then move it like that. Okay, the next big unexpected thing is travel. And this one blows my mind. It blows my mind that we have such great technology to help us get to places, but people are still late. It is insane. So I'm going to show you how I do this right now, guys. If I need to be somewhere, you can see it's 1:20 on my time here on my phone. If I need to be downtown Denver, okay, so let's just say I need to be at the Clock Tower Grill, okay, in Lone Tree. So let's click on that. So if I need to be there at 2 o'clock and I have a 2 o'clock appointment, I'll search for the location and then I'll press navigate, and then we'll go navigate. That's fine. And you can see now that if I leave right now, I'll get there at 1:50 arrival time. So I'm probably going to leave right now to get there because I like to be early. And the thing about traffic is, this is telling you that in the best case scenario, this is how you're going to get to your place, okay? This isn't taking into consideration, if there might be a crash, at some point over here, which is a super busy intersection, or traffic just kicks in at lunchtime or whatever that looks like. So, if this says 1:50 right now, I don't believe it that I'm going to get there at 1:50. I think I'm going to get there at 1:55ish, something like that, which is early, which is why I want to be. So putting in this ahead of time, and then you can work. Okay, so let's do something a little bit further out. So say if I have a 1:30 appointment in let's see, Parker, Colorado, right here. Boom. Let's go directions. Bink. Boom. Right there. So say I have a 2:30 appointment. It says I'm going to get there at 1:59, so pretty much 2 o'clock. So I'm just going to take this and sit it on my desk and just like keep this running in the background, and just have it sitting there so I can keep on doing work until it gets to probably around about like 2:15, 2:20, and then I'm going to leave right then. So like being late is like, you can't have that excuse anymore, because you have a built-in navigator who tells you when to leave for appointments to get there early, on time, or whatever way you play it. So do not be late. Plan for the unexpected. Leave 10 minutes early for an appointment, 15 early for an appointment. Make sure you leave early so you can get there, so you're there before your client. All right, number 4, the next big unexpected thing is a budget for realtors. No one likes talking about this one either. Unexpected expenses happen in your business all the time, and you've seen this. It might be like an emergency thing that you have to pay for to get repaired at someone's house, or maybe your gas went up this month because you're driving so much to do like a client who's like an hour away. Whatever these things might look like, your expenses can adjust as you go along in your business. So being prepared for that is the most important thing. Maybe you haven't closed a deal in the last couple months and you're like, oh my gosh, like things are getting a little bit ropey right here. So there's a video right here I did on Profit First, which is the model I use to do the expenses and to run my business in a way that works for me in terms of finances. It works for a ton of other people I've showed. So check that video out, guys. It's a game changer for real estate. I believe it's the best way to run your business. But being prepared for expenses and different things to happen inside your business is a huge must, because unexpected things will happen and you have to be prepared for it too. Okay, the next one that's going to help you plan for this is the ability to say no. I've talked about this so many times, guys. You have to start saying no to people. Now, we're not talking about saying no to all of your clients and stuff, but we are going to say no to those clients who are maybe sucking up all our time, who we just know from the start that this is not going to go anywhere good. You can say no to lenders. You can say no to title reps who want to take you out to lunch for a meeting that's going to do nothing for your business. So saying no is a huge part of preparing yourself in your business. And you might be wondering why this even has relevance for unexpected things that come up. Well, the thing is, guys, if you say yes to everything, you're saying no to other things, other opportunities that might present themselves. So if you've said yes to a lender meeting, okay, or like going over to a title office or whatever that looks like, and maybe you're there for an hour, but on the way there, your phone rings and it's a new lead who wants to go and see a home right now, or like a couple hours later, but you've gone to this title meeting, and then after that you have to go and pick up your kids and take them home for school. So you've only got about an hour left in your day, an hour and a half left in your day, but because you've said yes to this one thing, you can't say yes to this lead just yet. Now, that lead might have grace and might be able to go tomorrow, wherever, but they also might say, well, I'm only in town for one day, I have to go and see it now. So this leaves you with the choice now to either cancel the title thing and go and take the lead, which I would do, or stick to your guns and do the things you said you were going to do first and blow this lead off, and it's going to be a nightmare. So the problem is, like, you shouldn't have to have those things come up, those decisions come up. Just don't say yes to the things that don't matter. It's really, really easy, guys. If you're brand new in the industry, this might be a little foreign, but there's a lot of things that you're going to get asked to do that do not matter for your business. Reach out if you don't know what those are. Drop a comment below and I will give you a list of the things to say no to. So make sure you're doing that, because every time you say yes, you're saying no to something else that could potentially come up. All right, 2 more, guys. The next one is outsourcing everything humanly possible. Now, again, if you're a brand new agent, I like to do everything when you're brand new, because you learn how the business works. You learn how things operate. You learn what you love and what you don't love about the business. But once you get to a certain point, you can't grow unless you start outsourcing. So whether that's using a VA for all your admin tasks for everything, using a TC, a transaction coordinator to coordinate your deal flow, to send out contracts and stuff like that, whatever that looks like, outsourcing things is a huge part of my business. By the end of this year, by the end of 2023, my goal is to only be doing the things that I can personally do myself. If they're robotic things or things that have to be done a bunch of different times, I want that to be outsourced so I free up my time to do the stuff that I really love, the stuff that I love focusing on, the stuff that I enjoy in the business, and the deep work. And that segues us into our seventh and final point here, guys, about how to plan for the unexpected, and that is execute deep work. Now, I talk about this all the time. Why do I do this? Well, unexpected things come up. Now, the problem is that we are so reactionary that we sometimes make it worse than it actually is. So like I was saying earlier about leaving buffers in here, when you have that 15-minute buffer, the beautiful thing is that you can respond to things, and then the next hour is deep focused work. And if you know me, you know what I like to do here. I close everything off. Every other part of the browsers, of apps, of notifications, of all that stuff, I just want to work on one single thing. So if it's like building a CMA or a listing presentation or whatever that is, I only work on that one thing until it's done, and then I'll bring up everything else again. So focusing on deep work is huge, because if you're being pulled in multiple directions from things that are beeping all the time, notifying you all the time, things that you think are important but really aren't, you're taken away from that work that you're doing. And then all of a sudden the unexpected thing comes up, which is like, oh, I actually have to go and give this presentation in 2 hours to a client. I haven't actually finished it yet or done it. Okay, now I need to do it all right now, and I'm in panic mode and I'm trying to get it done like last minute. So you're unexpectedly giving yourself a headache in the future by not focusing on the deep work and doing the tasks that you've set for yourself. So no matter what, guys, unexpected things are going to happen in your business and in your life. It's just the way it is. It happens to me all the time. Sometimes I'm in the middle of stuff or trying to get work done, and my school calls, one of my kids is sick, and I have to go get them, bring them home, and do all that, and my day goes off. But because I focus on all these different things that we've talked about, it's not a big deal, because I've prepared for the unexpected. If an unexpected thing comes up, it's not the end of the world, because I've done all of the dedicated work involved in keeping my business running even when things happen. Alright guys, that's it for today. Make sure that you click on the links below to check out all the different things I have. I have a bunch of free resources specifically for this stuff. I have a weekly newsletter that goes out as well, all dedicated around productivity. So click them below, and I'll see you on the next one.